Okay, this is Jacob Schmidt with DeerHuntingSchool.com. This video here is going to be a lot different. This video I'm going to talk about something that I figured out, and basically is I want to talk about how you can become a very knowledgeable, very skilled deer hunter, and how you can basically be a successful deer hunter. Now obviously success is a personal thing depending on what your goals are, depending on what you consider successful. But as far as knowing a lot about deer hunting and being a very good deer hunter that can basically almost go out and kill a deer almost any time they want, for the most part, okay, and kill a good buck or two on a yearly basis most years. The best way to do it is I'm going to talk about in this video here. But first, I want to talk about something I've noticed. I've had DeerHuntingSchool.com up now that I'm making this video just a little over a year. And I've had some products for sale, some educational resources, and some actual few services that I have available on the website. And I've noticed by talking to a lot of people, a lot of you guys and watching this video or have contacted me, I've noticed a lot of you guys that are taking advantage of these products and things are pretty knowledgeable deer hunters. And for a while I was like, it actually surprised me, and I was wondering, why don't some of the guys that don't know very much, why are these guys not emailing me so much and this and that? It was kind of strange to me. And I got to thinking about that, and I figured it out. Or I think I figured it out. And what I actually think, come to the conclusion, is the guys that are taking advantage of the resources on DeerHuntingSchool.com, a lot of them are like me, myself. They really like deer hunting. They're really serious about it. And really want to learn how to deer hunt. Okay, now obviously there's a learning curve in deer hunting. If you're new and you're gathering a bunch of information, you're not going to learn a lot from it. And as you start getting some experience and more information that you've learned, you begin this curve. It's called a learning curve. It's with anything. Anything, there's a learning curve. And as you're new, and then you get to where you're starting to learn, you learn a lot really fast, okay? And then you kind of level out, and you go a long time and you don't learn a whole lot, but you're still learning, and you never learn at all. There's nothing that you'll ever learn all of, and that's what goes on with deer hunting. So how do you actually do it, and why don't a lot of the people do it? Well, if you ever heard this of the 90-10, the 90-10 phrase, pretty much with everything. 90% of the fish live in 10% of the water. 90% of the deer will live in 10% of the, or most of the time in 10% of the water. 90% of people 10% of people have 90% of the money in the world. I mean, it's just it's a strange deal. 90% of hunters will not be really good hunters. The 10% will be very good hunters, and they won't kill 90% of the deer. But if it was open regulations and you could kill whatever you wanted, only 10% of the people would kill 90% of the deer. So the deer. 10% of the people will be successful 90% of the time on a regular basis, while 90% of the people will get lucky 10% of the time, if that makes sense. The reason that the 10% will be successful on 90% of the time is because they're like myself and like you, that if you're still watching the video, if you're the 90% that's not going to be successful, you've done clicked off this video, I can guarantee you that. So if you're still on this, you're most likely within that 10%. You may say, well, I've never even killed a deer, but you're still within that 10%. You just don't know it yet because you haven't gained the full knowledge. If you're a new hunter and you're still watching this video, you're most likely in the 10% that will eventually be successful 90% of the time. Now you may say, well, not so 90% of the time I'm going to kill a deer. No, that's not what I'm saying. You will be successful at your goals 90% of your seasons if you're still watching this video, most likely. The reason for that is because the 90% that don't want to do the work to learn how to be successful 90% of the time have already clicked off, okay, if that makes any sense to you. So that may be a little confusing there, because some of you have never killed deer. And you're like, well, the reason for that is you're still here in this learning curve. But you are, by continue watching this video right now, you are definitely dedicated, or you would have done clicked off of it. So I'm going to show you what it actually takes. And what I have personally done is, here's some hunting videos, okay? Now, you may be looking at these, well, that's not that big of a stack of hunting videos. Only these right here are actually just actual hunting videos where you just go out and shoot, just shoot bucks, and they kill these big bucks on managed property, you know, prime time monster bucks, whatever else, bone collector, real tree, just whatever, you know, they're just hunting videos where they just basically kill deer. Most people can't really learn much from these. Now, if you've been through the learning curve and you're up here, you can actually learn a little bit from these because you can decipher through what's actually going on. Me personally, I watch these and I like to see what dates they're shooting these deer and stuff like that to see how the deer and what areas they're shooting in, because I like to see how the deer, and I watch how the deer's body language and stuff is on the video, and I can tell what part of the rut and stuff these deer are in when these guys are doing it, to an extent, because they edit a lot of stuff out and they make a lot of stuff seem like it's really not, and that goes on in editing in the video. So anyways, that's some of the videos just some of them I've watched. Okay, now these videos here are pure 100% educational resources. Okay, there's one here, there's one here, so there's two there. There's two videos. These are about 3 hours long or more a piece probably. These videos here are like 2 hours a piece. These are by John Aberhart. He's actually got 4 of them. I don't know where the other one is. These are just some. All this stuff here I just basically picked up off my desk. Okay, so I've studied these. I've got every single one of deer and deer hunting TV episodes, yearly episodes. They're all probably 3 hours a piece. I have every single one of them. They're 90% hunting. They're 90% deer information about deer and what have you. So, anyways, that's a good resource there to have. And there's 9 of them, and I'm missing one. I don't know where it's at. But anyways, so I've got that. Been through them. Been through these. Got this here, whitetail behavior. It's not hunting at all. I actually personally, watching these deer and deer hunting, deer hunting TV, they usually have a one hunt per thing. A lot of times I just fast forward through it because I'm not interested in that as much as I am the information on it. Okay, this is pure activity of deer. Nothing, no hunting on there at all. I've got several books on my Nook. Probably about 10 books that I've read, or at least reading. I have one that I'm actually still reading on my Nook tablet that I've bought off Barnes & Noble of pure deer hunting information. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. These are just 2 of the books I picked up off my desk. I'm actually almost done reading this one here, and this is a pretty good book by Bill Val, Taking Pressure Trophy Whitetail Deer. He's really a good deer hunter, and he has a pretty different thinking on a lot of things that I like reading, because that gets my mind thinking in different terms. Okay, so and if that's a pretty expensive book, but I like that book there. I've read it pretty much. I think I got about 30 pages or so left. This book here, it's okay. I don't really care for it a whole lot. It's kind of basic, but it's a pretty good book. It's got some things in it I learned. Magazines. I'm subscribed to 3 magazines that I get every year or every month, and I go through and read these articles. Guys, I personally buy, if I find somebody has an online course or something that I think I can learn about deer hunting, I buy something at least once a month at least. Drives my wife nuts, even though sometimes she doesn't act like it. She doesn't act like it on video, but she really gets on me for it. But you know what? I take it serious. And I noticed that with you guys that are buying my courses and stuff, you're kind of like me. And if you're still watching the video, you're pretty well sure, like me. And you may still be down here. You may have only hunted for a year or 2, and you may not have ever even killed a deer, but you will be one of the 10% that will be successful 90% of the time. Okay, so whatever success is a personal preference. Okay, me personally, I like to at least kill a good buck a year, or at least have a shot at a good buck with a bow and arrow on public property. I kill several does with a bow and arrow on a yearly basis. To me, that's successful. So I wanted to make this video here because I thought it was important, and it was really interesting that I had figured that out. And that's the reason I wanted to make this video, because a lot of you guys that are still watching this video are like me. You're really hungry to learn deer hunting. That's why you're still watching this video. Okay? And you will be very successful at some point. Even if you've never killed a deer, continue to buy the products, the materials, and learn. Continue to learn. Do like me. Can't tell you how many times how many hours I sat and watched different things on YouTube and study different things. Can't tell you how many online courses I've bought from different people and little videos and different educational resources. Take advantage of that stuff. Continue to get out there in the woods. Continue to learn. Okay. I sometimes take for granted that I'm walking through an area and it looks, I'm not even interested in it, and then I'm thinking, why is there so many deer stands in this area and I'm not even interested in it? Because them are the 90% of people. There'll be 5 or 6 deer stands in an area that I'm not even interested in. Looks like there's no reason to hunt there. And there's 5 or 6 deer stands there because there's 90% of the people. And I get to the area that looks good and there's not a deer stand there. And that baffles me. So that's why I wanted to make this video, because I've really been thinking about that. Now, I've spent many hours at night thinking about this right here. So this is an important video. If you're listening to it, you really learn something. Because that baffled me. Why are there so many deer stands in areas that I don't even want to hunt? And then I find an area, every once in a while, I'll find an area that really is good and I'll find a deer stand there. And then I won't hunt it because there's someone hunting it there. But it's very rarely. But these areas that I don't want to hunt, there's always deer stands all over there. It's because 90% of the people are in them areas. 10% of the people are in the areas where the good hunting is. You want to be one of that 10%, not the 90%. You've got to learn to separate from that. The problem is 90% of the people are spreading all their information out into the world of how you really kill deer, then it's really wrong. And there's only 10% of the people that are doing everything different when they're hunting. You don't know they're there, you're not there, whatever. I was hunting an area one time with some guys. I actually stopped hunting it because too many guys come in there. This one quick story and then I'm done. Okay, I was hunting this area where these guys, so many guys were coming hunting there, and this guy said, man, we never even know you're here or not here. There's a reason for that. Because I was always there before them, and I always left after them. There's reasons that I was there before them and reasons I left after them. There was reasons for that. I'd run into them every once in a while. I stopped hunting the area because there was just too many people hunting. It was a small area. It was a really good area until these guys came and hunted it. And it was a good area early bow season. I kept hunting it for a little while and I just said the heck with it. Because they were just shooting every deer that come by, and it was not a very big area. And after a while, a couple of them started bow hunting it, and then it was useless. I mean, I could kill deer there, but it wasn't an area for me. But then there was 7 or 8 guys hunting it. But I didn't want to hunt it because 90% of the people will hunt the areas that you don't want to be, while only 10% will hunt the good areas. You want to be the 10% that's hunting the good areas, and the only way to do that is to be persistent, patient, continue to learn and study the animal, the area. Another thing I can't remember, can't tell you how many hours, days, months, combined, years probably, that I've looked at aerial photos if you put it all together. Okay, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know that if you're still watching it right now, you're definitely one of the 10%, or well on your way to being one of the 10%. So this is going to be one heck of a deer hunter. Okay, so take it serious. Take the knowledge, the information that's out there. You can get information so fast it's not even funny. Okay, we're in that part of the world where information is just being poured out. Tons of it. So take advantage of it and use your experience to decipher through that information and what you can and can't use, because some of the information is good information, but it's not any good for the area you hunt. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Get out there, gathering in that information, take advantage of it. It's there for the taking. Some of it is good free information, some of it is good paid information that you have to pay for. Trust me, it is worth it. Buying Well, this book right here for $35 was what I paid for it, 35 bucks. I don't know if it was free shipping or not. Can't remember, but it doesn't matter. It was worth it. It might have been $5 shipping, so I think maybe 40 bucks was worth it. Buying a lot of these books on here for 20 bucks a piece were worth it. Buying these videos for $17 a piece were worth it. Buying this book for whatever I paid for it was almost worth it, I guess. It was okay, but it was worth it. Paying for these subscriptions were worth it. Buying these other guys' online courses is worth it. Buying these other guys' videos, this set of videos here, there was a 4-course set, I think I paid like 60 bucks for them, was way worth it, trust me. Buying these videos were worth it. Okay, the information is worth it. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is Jacob Schmidt with deerhuntingschool.com. Check out deerhuntingschool.com for more tips, information, things like that on deer hunting.